Yes, my friends, this is the picture. This is exactly the picture. In these pictures, this is the automotive situation. This is the automotive situation. And this is the marine situation. Yeah, we are going to replace this radiator for this heat exchanger. And this is the procedure. This is one of the steps to convert the automotive engine into marine. This is the most important. Yes, my friend, right now we don't need the radiator. I want to use a radiator. Okay, it's possible, but you have inside of the engine room enough amount of circulation of air? No, the engine room in my boat is pretty close. That's not good. The radiator is not enough. You need good circulation of air in order to use a radiator. Okay, in your boat, I am going to replace the radiator for the heat exchanger. And once again, the circulation of the coolant enter over there, circulate through the serpentine internally that I am going to explain right now, and return into the block. If the thermostat is open, enter, circulate to the block and the head, circulate to the block and the head, and return. What is this element? This is other option, and you send the coolant over there. The coolant enter in other serpentine and return. The serpentine is surrounded for fresh water. All the automotive radiators, they have one input and one output. This is the input. This is the input of the coolant coming from the thermostat housing. This is the input. And this is the output in the bottom. In the bottom is located the output. That hose return into the radiator. All the radiators, like the radiator that I have on the screen, they have one input and one output on top and bottom. In the heat exchanger, this is the heat exchanger, the coolant here, the coolant circulates through the serpentine internally and the coolant goes out. And the salt water coming from the sea enter over there and goes out. The salt water goes over there, and here both hoses of coolant enter, one here and the other one over there. In other words, I am going to replace the radiator for the heat exchanger. Coolant and salt water. And let me check the circulation of coolant. The coolant, this is the reservoir where you added the coolant, and this is other metallic reservoir or expansion tank, and you have the radiator cap here. Okay, and now the coolant circulates internally, and look at this. This is the path of the coolant. The coolant, this is the block. The coolant goes here, and circulate through the serpentine, and return over there, return over there, return over there, return over there, and the coolant enter only if the thermostat is open. And this is the coolant pump or circulating pump. If the thermostat is open, the coolant enters, circulate through the block and the head again, circulate through the block and the head, and return over there, and continue the circulation, and continue the circulation, and continue the circulation. This is a heat exchanger with two compartments, or 3 or 4, depending. The first one, input, serpentine, and output. The first compartment, input, serpentine, and output. The second one, input, output, salt water enter over there and continue over there. And the salt water reduce the temperature for two fluids. What is the name of that heat exchanger? Look, salt water enter over there, turn here, and continue over there, and reduce the temperature of this. What is internally of this element? You have air. This is the air coming from the turbo. The fresh air, full compressed, coming from the turbo, enter over there. And the idea is reduce the temperature of that air in order to avoid vapor lock. Correct. What is the name of this element? The name of this element is intercooler or aftercooler. Alright. That's the intercooler or aftercooler. Okay, the temperature of the air is reduced because the salt water passes over. Of course, the salt water don't touch the air. because the salt water passes in a pipe and goes out, and the hot air is surrounded those pipes and the temperature of the air decreases. Ay, papi, what happens if you have a crack internally in this element, in the intercooler or aftercooler when the engine is running? You have air entering in the combustion chamber with salt water. I have the salt water, okay, the strainer, the seacock valve, bam, 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 continue, raw water pump, that's the raw water pump, the salt water continue, first compartment for motor oil, second compartment for fuel, third compartment for transmission oil, the salt water continue, intercooler, reduce the temperature of the air, correct, before the air entering the combustion chamber, continue. This is the number 4, and this is the number 5. Salt water goes, and the salt water goes with the smoke, and bye-bye. This 5 heat exchanger. Look, this is the salt water enter over there, and the salt water continue. This heat exchanger is for one fluid, the input of the fluid and the output of the fluid. We are going to disassemble this heat exchanger in order to understand what happened internally inside of the heat exchanger. In each end you have one pencil sink, like the sink that you have on the screen right now. Okay, I am going to disassemble. I am going to remove the caps. This is the sink. In this moment the sink is completely eroded. This is the function of the sink, is protect the metal of the heat exchanger. This sink should be replaced because it's completely eroded. Alright, this is the function of the sink. And in order to keep the seal, an O-ring is located here. This is the O-ring, and the O-ring sit on the cylinder. Okay, we are going to remove the cylinder. Okay, my friends, look, the salt water entered over there. Look, this is pieces of zinc. This is zinc, and the salt water passed through the other side. And the coolant circulate. The coolant circulate here. The coolant circulate. Look, the coolant enter over there. Circulate here with those divisions. The coolant never touch the salt water because the salt water passed through the pipes, and the coolant surrounded the pipes, input and output, or input and output. This is internally the element of the heat exchanger. This is the element of the heat exchanger. Salt water on the pipes, through the pipes, and coolant on the serpentine. Check the exhaust manifold and verify where this is the exhaust manifold. This is the heat exchanger. Look, that's the through hole. The salt water enter, pass through the heat exchanger. The salt water enter into the exhaust pipe. In this point, the exhaust gases are mixed with the salt water. This is the point where the gases and the salt water are mixed together. For that reason, this line is the critical point. If this line is below the water line, I need anti-siphon. If this line is over the water line 12 inches, I don't need anti-siphon. If the distance is less than 12 inches, probably you need anti-siphon. Where should be located the anti-siphon? The anti-siphon should be located here. I remove this, I twisted that one like this, and now I pass a hose from this point, goes up into the anti-siphon and return. That's clear? I move it this output like this, I switch like this, and now I pass a hose with the anti-siphon on top in order to avoid ingress of salt water.